After letting my sister-in-law borrow my wedding dress to try on for fun, she got married in it in a courthouse ceremony I wasn't invited to. When I saw the photos online, my husband said, "It's just a dress." But I knew what to do with the receipt. I'm 42, living just outside Kansas City. Married 7 years. No kids, but a house, 2 dogs, and a decent life. Or so I thought. My husband's name is Derek. He's 45. We've had ups and downs like every couple, but until last fall I honestly believed we were solid. I worked my ass off to support him while he built his contracting business. I held us together during COVID, worked from home while managing his invoices, did everything from grocery shopping to taking care of his mother when she had surgery. I wasn't a perfect wife, but I showed up. I kept showing up. Then there's Alana, Derek's younger sister. She's 32. A walking disaster, to be blunt. I'm not saying that to be cruel. It's just facts. She's bounced through 5 jobs in the past 3 years, got evicted once, dated a string of losers, and always came crawling to us, or rather, to me, whenever she needed something. And I gave. Over and over. A couple hundred here, a ride there, watching her cat for 6 weeks when she found herself in Portland with some bartender. I never asked for anything back. I just wanted to be the bigger person. To be family. That makes what she did feel like a punch straight through my chest. Last October, she stopped by my place while Derek was out working. She brought over wine and acted unusually sweet. Alana's not a warm person. She's sharp, defensive, self-centered. But that night, she smiled more than usual. Called me sis. Even complimented our house, which she usually calls too sterile. After some small talk, she brought up my wedding dress. She said, "You know, I always thought your dress was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Like, real class. Not tacky or overdone like mine would be." I smiled. Said thanks. Then she asked, "Do you think I could try it on? Just for fun? I don't even know if I'll ever get married, but I always wondered how I'd look in something that elegant." I should have said no, but I didn't. I told her where it was, still stored in its preservation bag in the back closet. She went and pulled it out like it was hers, took it into the guest room, and tried it on. I helped her zip the back. She twirled in front of the mirror, all wide-eyed and soft-voiced. "Wow, this is how I want to feel on my big day." I remember her saying that word for word. Then she asked if she could hang on to it for a couple days. She wanted to take some photos of herself in it, she said. Just playing dress up. I told her okay. I figured I'd get it back by the weekend. That weekend came and went. Then another week. I texted her twice. No reply. Derek told me to stop being so intense. He said she probably just forgot, that it wasn't worth getting worked up over. I let it slide. Work had gotten hectic, and my dad ended up in the hospital that week. I had bigger things to worry about than some brat playing Cinderella. Then one Friday night, I saw the post. Brett, her on-again off-again boyfriend, had apparently become her husband. They got married. Quiet courthouse wedding. No guests, no warning. Just a casual post from Brett's cousin with the caption, "Alana and Brett finally made it official." In the photo, Alana is standing next to Brett, holding a grocery store bouquet, wearing my ****ing
wedding dress. No edits. No jam.
The exact same lace bodice, same scalloped hem. She'd even pinned the back differently to fit her shorter frame. There it was, immortalized online, like it was hers. I sat on the couch and stared at the screen. At first, I thought it had to be a prank. Maybe she bought a dupe. Maybe it was Photoshop. But deep down, I knew better. I opened her profile. Sure enough, she posted a full album. Did it our wearing Sparkle's Courthouse love story. Slide after slide, my dress in every damn photo. Her smiling. Him looking like a deer in headlights. And not one mention of where the dress came from. I showed Derek. You know what he said? He said, "It's just a dress, Monica." She didn't mean anything by it. Just a dress.
No epaleri. No anger.
No defense of me, his wife. The woman who wore that dress to marry him. That moment was when I realized I didn't have a husband. I had a roommate with a ring. I got up, went into the closet, pulled out the box where I kept the veil and the receipt. I remember shaking as I held that piece of paper. $2, $831.75, including tax, plus $250 in alterations. Every cent I paid myself, working overtime at a call center to afford it before I landed my current job. She didn't ask to borrow it for a wedding. She lied. She stole it. And he defended her. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I got cold. Ice cold. Because I knew the dress wasn't the point anymore. The point was, they disrespected me. They humiliated me. And they thought I'd do nothing. They were wrong. After I saw the photos of her wedding in my dress, and Derek shrugged it off like I was overreacting, something in me shifted. It felt like the moment you realize someone's been laughing behind your back for years, and now they think you're too dumb to notice. But I didn't blow up. Not right away. I played it cool. Went quiet. I started paying more attention. The next week, Derek left his phone on the nightstand while he was in the shower. He never used to be secretive, but lately he had started turning the screen away from me when texts came in. So I looked. Alana had texted him the night before. It said, "Monica's still pissed about the dress? LOL. I told you she'd overreact."
No epalegi.
No hint of regret. Just smug. Worse, Derek replied. She'll get over it. She always does. Always does. Like this was a pattern. Like I'd been a doormat and he knew it. I took screenshots and emailed them to myself. I needed to start gathering facts. Not just for revenge, but for protection. Then came the dry cleaning incident. 2 weeks after the wedding, I finally got a text from Alana. "Hey, I'll bring the dress back this weekend. Had it cleaned, it's fine." "No thank you." "No, I'm sorry for wearing your wedding gown to MY wedding without asking."
Just that.
She showed up that Sunday with a plastic garment bag, smiling like nothing happened. She handed me the dress and said, "Looks even better on me than it did on you, don't you think?"
Isterte her.
"I didn't give you that dress," I said. "You stole it." She rolled her eyes. "Jesus, Monica, grow up." It was a courthouse wedding. Who cares? You weren't even using it. I didn't argue. I took the dress, hung it up in the hall closet, and said nothing. She left in her rusted-out Honda, with music blasting like she'd just won something. That's when I filed the police report. I listed the dress as stolen property, with proof of purchase, screenshots of texts, and Facebook photos with the date stamps. I told the officer she took it under false pretenses and used it without permission for a legally significant event, her wedding. I even showed that she altered it without my consent. It wasn't about pressing charges yet. It was about making it official, getting a paper trail. Because I wasn't just coming for her. I was coming for Derek, too. A week later, I met with a divorce attorney. I didn't file right away. I wanted everything lined up first. I needed leverage. In the meantime, I kept playing the good wife, cooking dinner, pretending to forget the whole thing. But I was watching, listening, planning. That's how I found out about the money. Turns out, a few months earlier, Derek had loaned Alana $4,000 from our joint savings account to help her with car repairs. That's what he told me. But I got the bank statement and saw the withdrawal. Same day, she booked a hotel room in Branson for a girls' weekend. Then I checked the registry of the courthouse. Their wedding? It wasn't a spur-of-the-moment event. They had booked the appointment 3 weeks in advance. So while she was asking to try on my dress for fun, she already had the wedding scheduled. That wasn't forgetfulness. That wasn't harmless. It was calculated. She lied to me. He lied to me. They both took things from me like I was nothing. That's when I decided they were both going to learn exactly what I'm capable of. I didn't want revenge that screamed. I wanted one that echoed. So I waited. I played my part, made dinner, kissed Derek's cheek when he came home, pretended everything was fine, just like he thought I always would. The more I stayed quiet, the more careless they both got. Alana started bragging, on social media, at family dinners, even to mutual friends. talking about how she pulled off a wedding for under $50, how Derek helped make it happen, and how nobody needs to spend thousands on some stupid dress. Nobody corrected her. Nobody even knew the truth. So I started telling them. Quietly. One by one. I'd meet with friends for lunch. Catch up with family on the phone. And I'd say, casually, "Did you know that was my wedding dress Alana wore?" The reactions were exactly what I needed. Shock, then disgust. She what? She didn't ask? She lied to you and your husband defended her. I didn't need to scream. I just let the truth spread. I also contacted the boutique where I bought my dress. Asked if they had any copies of the alteration notes and original photos for their portfolio. They did. I had the seamstress's detailed notes, showing how it was tailored to my body, not Alana's. Then came the real twist. A friend of mine, Shayla, works in a local event planning company. She texted me late one night. "Hey, just FYI. Alana applied here for a receptionist position. She listed you as a reference." I stared at the message, laughed out loud. So I called the manager myself. I didn't trash her. I just explained what happened. Calmly. Factually. I sent the police report number, photos, receipts, and texts. I said, just be careful about trusting her with bridal clients.
She didn't get the job.
Word started getting around. And then came his twist. Derek got served with a subpoena. Not for divorce, yet. For small claims court. I filed to recover the full cost of the dress, including emotional distress damages and the cost of restoration since she had it altered and the lace was damaged. Alana showed up to court in jeans and a hoodie, trying to charm the judge. I showed up with documents, screenshots, and a calm voice. She started crying halfway through her statement, saying I was ruining her life over a dress.
The judge didn't buy it.
He ruled in my favor. She had to pay $3,200 plus fees. She stormed out of the courtroom crying. Derek didn't even show up to support her. That same night, he came home late. Said he'd been at the shop. I said nothing, because I'd already pulled the bank records for the business account. And the shop had been closed for 2 hours by then. He was staying somewhere else. Probably with a friend. Maybe even at her place. Either way, I no longer cared. Because I'd already withdrawn half of our joint savings, consulted with a forensic accountant, and changed all the locks. And the best part? The next move wasn't legal. It wasn't public. It was personal. Because I found out something else. Something Alana didn't know I knew. What Alana didn't know was that Brett, the guy she married in my dress, had messaged me 3 months earlier. It was short. Just a dumb late-night Facebook message. "Hey, don't tell Alana I messaged you, but you always seemed chill. Ick if I should marry her." I never responded. I figured he was just drunk or fishing. But now I saw the opportunity. So I wrote him back. "Hey, Brett. Just curious. Did you know the dress she wore to your wedding was mine?" It took him a day, but he responded. "Wait, what? Yours? WTF, she told me it was her friend's. She said you hated her and tried to ruin the wedding." I sent him screenshots of the texts, the police report, the receipt.
No lie. No threats.
Just facts. It took 1 hour for him to call me. He sounded stunned. He kept saying, "She lies about everything, doesn't she? And she told me Derek paid for the dress." That call? That was the final string I needed. Because once Brett knew the truth, everything started to unravel. Apparently, they'd been fighting already. Money issues, trust issues, the usual. He moved out within a week. Told her he needed space. And I heard through the grapevine that he told her he wanted an annulment. She spiraled. She called me 3 times in one night. I didn't answer. She left voicemails sobbing, saying I'd destroyed her marriage and that Derek was all she had left now. But Derek? He wasn't in her corner anymore either. 2 days after I got word Brett had moved out, I served Derek the divorce papers. He came home that night angry. Not shocked, angry. "You're really gonna blow up our whole marriage over this?" I didn't yell. I just handed him a folder with everything. Bank statements, copies of the loan he gave her, his texts, photos, court documents. You chose her, I said. Every time. Now she can have you. He tried to talk his way out of it. Said he didn't know she was going to wear the dress. Said he didn't think it was that big of a deal. Said we could work through it. But I had already worked through it. I sold the house. I took my half of the savings. I changed my number. And I sent a final envelope to Alana. Inside it was a copy of the dry cleaning receipt with a note that said, "It's not the dress you ruined. It's the last person who ever gave a damn about you." I heard she moved in with their mom after Brett cut ties. Derek ended up crashing at a buddy's place and trying to salvage his business. But word got around about the dress, the lies, the court. It's a small town. He lost 2 clients and his accountant. As for me, I moved into a quiet apartment in Overland Park. Took a new job offer in a better firm. It's not glamorous, but it's mine. Everything in it mine. I bought a new dress. Not for a wedding. Just a symbol. A start-over dress. Something clean and strong. Because revenge wasn't about ruining their lives. It was about reclaiming mine. And making sure they never forgot who they underestimated.